Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome the next head coach of Florida A&M University football, Quinn Gray Sr.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my beat, with some fear. Making the team rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass, the boom, explosion. Overpowering, over the competition, I'm towering, wrecking sound. When I drop these lyrics that I make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare, you better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest that I all get sliced and diced. Competition paying the price. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama say knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama say knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama say knock you out. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama say
I promise I won't be long. I won't be, because I'm home, I won't be as politically correct either. This is a dream come true for me. Right? There's a lot of acknowledgements that I need to make sure that I get out of the way before we get to the plan. President Marva Johnson, thank you for your leadership and for believing in me. Board of Trustees, thank you for the approval, the fastest approval in the history of the university. A.D. Davis, thank you for the involvement in your leadership that I know that we'll get from you. Former interim AD, Mike Smith, thank you for your leadership in this. My sister, Angela Suggs, thank you for your leadership in this as well. I also got to thank my former employer, Albany State University, for giving me the platform to show what it is that I love, and that's to guide young men in the game of football. President Marion Frederick believed in me as an assistant coach to give me my first head coaching job. And when it comes down to it, they always tell you to try and leave something better than you found it. And I think we did that. I also have to thank current President Robert Scott for his belief in me and giving me the opportunity to continue what my leadership looked like at Albany State University. I also have to thank A.D. Kelly for her leadership as the athletic director and allow me to do the things that I saw fit to lead that program to a Division II national championship this past season. I have to thank the most important people in my life, my family. My mother's here. She surprised me today. I didn't think she was coming. My two sons are here, Quinn Jr., Ashton. I know my daughter's probably watching. She had school back in Jacksonville. My wife's family, my 99-year-old grandfather, Mr. George Pittman. A lot of you all might have went to school in Jefferson County. Y'all know who George Pittman is. My mother-in-law, she's here. The rest of the Pittman White family, I appreciate you. My church family from Truth Gatherers. My FAMU family that are here. My pastor, Pastor Davis. I appreciate you being here. But I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the most important person, my wife. It was, we're in 2025, so it was 28 years ago on this campus that I met her. And as her story would go, I followed her to her car. And we're going to stick with that. Because that's the absolute truth. I could not take my eyes off her. Everything about her when I got on this campus was everything that I wanted and I needed in my life. Now, we took our separate paths, but God says when it comes, when it's meant, it's going to come back together.
All right. It's all right.
I got to take a moment, if you guys, if you will, and recognize one of our fallen rattlers that just passed away yesterday, Terry Buford. Terry Buford is a prolific rattler that did a lot of things for this university. His unfortunate passing happened on yesterday, so I want to send prayers and condolences to his family at this time. So, with that, let's talk about a couple of things. As the leader of this program, let me help you understand who I am not. I am not the 19-year-old Quinn Gray that played against Youngstown State over 30 years ago. If you are still living in that decade, shame on you. I am not the Quinn Gray who was getting his first coaching role here in 2010, 2011. I am not that Quinn Gray. I am the Quinn Gray who's a Division II national championship coach, who just led a school to 12 wins, the highest wins in the university's history. And I am a leader of men that is going to take this program back to where it wants and needs and always should be, and that's at the top. Not only of HBCU football, but FCS football.
Bring it on, bring it on, bring it on.
We talk about, as you already know, we've started a fundraising campaign called Restoring the Strike. And when it comes down to restoring the strike, it's all about restoring the pride in Florida A&M football. The pride in Florida A&M football resides in me. I stand on the shoulders of William Bell, Jake Gaither, Rudy Hubbard, Ken Riley, my coach, William Billy Joe, and national championship winning Willie Simmons. Those guys set the standard for what it is to be champions at Florida A&M University. And we plan on taking it back to where it's supposed to be, rightfully at the top of HBCU football, not just this year, but forever.
That's right.
Understand, when I say restoring the strike, I think we may have lost ourselves a little bit when it comes down to who we really are. I had a meeting with our current players, and one of the things that I asked them about was who is Albert Chester? They don't know that Albert Chester is the person that talks about them weekly on the radio because he does radio for our football program. They didn't know Albert Chester was the first quarterback to beat University of Miami, the only quarterback to beat the University of Miami right across the street in what's now Doak Campbell Stadium. They had no idea that Albert Chester was the first championship winning quarterback here in FAMU history in 1978, winning the first FCS national championship in its existence. So help me understand, or I will help them understand, that they need to be understanding of the pride and the foundation that they stand on. Because if you don't understand the foundation that you stand on, how can you build on it? Understand, my core values are all in. You've already heard it. You've already heard it. All in. All in stands for A, attitude. Everything we do, every day you wake up, they understand that their attitude is left up to them. They control their attitude. How you go about your day is up to you. Now, are there factors and things that can come in the way of your day? Absolutely. But it is up to you how you react to them. So you control everything about your attitude, right? As Rattler Nation, we got to have an attitude of giving. Right? You got to be all in with this program. I'm not going to wait 2 and 3 years and 4 years down the road to ask you for what I need. I need it now. I need your help now. That building been over there since 1982. Right? We can keep putting lipstick on the pig if we want. I'm trying to put some mascara and some blush on it, but it ain't working. I need your help. As A.D. Davis spoke about, the landscape of college football and intercollegiate athletics is changing. These children these young people want to see stuff. They want to have stuff. They want to be able to walk in somewhere and be prideful about what they're walking into. Now, I'm prideful for walking in that building because that's where I grew up. But somebody that's just walking on this campus for the first time, maybe not so much. And we got to make sure that we're giving them anything and everything that they need to be successful. That L stands for the little things. That first L stands for the little things. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. We're going to focus on the little things in this program. Academics, community involvement, making sure these kids and these young people understand the history of this university. Yeah, we're going to have guys that come through here in the portal, but if you come through here in the portal, you're going to leave here understanding what FAMU is all about. There's no better degree than the FAMU degree, and you're going to understand that. That second L in ALLIN stands for love. It's probably a little strange for middle-aged black male to stand up here and tell people how much they love them. But my players, our players, are going to understand how much we love them. The biggest thing about that is love to me ain't spelled L-O-V-E. Love to me is spelled T-I-M-E. Because anything that we say we love, we spend time with. And if you can spend time with it, that means that you're building relationships. You're building trust. And that's what we got to do in this program. We got to have our kids trust us, and we got to trust them because they ain't in our possession all the time. When they get out here in the community and things like that, we expect excellence with caring. That I stands for intelligence. Everything we do, we got to be smart about. How we give, how we prepare for opponents, how we attack academics. We got to be smart about anything and everything that we do. And that N stands for now. Why procrastinate in doing something when you can get it done now? Nobody knows what tomorrow holds. Tomorrow ain't promised to us. So get done now what you can get done. And if tomorrow comes, then we have an opportunity to do some other things. All in is just that. You got to be all in. Rattler Nation, I need you all in. And I'm not talking about next year, the year after. I'm not talking about, hey, let's wait to see how it goes. Because it's going to go good. It's going to go good. I need your trust and belief that we're going to bring the pride back to Rattler football that it once had. I will never bash anybody, any form of coach or anything like that. But where we are, we got to step up and take a different approach. We have to take these young men to a place that they can't take themselves. And it's going to take the help for Rattler Nation. I got a coaching staff coming in here that we'll all be proud of. We got over 125 years of coaching experience collectively. I want to say something, but I can't yet. Right? But at the end of the day, you'll take pride in this staff, as I do, because we're putting people around these young men that take pride in their mentorship. They take pride in their character, and then they take pride in the product that we're going to put on the football field. You got situations where you got APR. APR ain't going nowhere. So we got to bring better student athletes in here that want to get a degree. If you're all about money, you're all about NIL, this may not be the place for you because the money that we give you, the NIL that we give you is the opportunities to get the best education in the world. Now, while I say that, let's be smart about it because it's a part of what it is with intercollegiate athletics and we need it, right? My former Rattlers, open door. I need you to come back because I need the guys that are here now to understand what came before them. Every Friday before our home games, we'll have a legacy walk. I want you to be a part of it, where we join arms and walk 100 yards and understand the vision that it takes to be successful each and every Saturday. It ain't just my vision, it's their vision as well, because if they can't see themselves doing it, they'll never get it done. So all my Rattlers, my former Rattlers, teammates, guys that came before me, guys that came after me, I need you back so they can understand the pride that we took in this thing so they'll understand what it looks like. The Restoring the Strike fundraising campaign is something that is going to help us take this program to another level. As I know, I'm a Rattler. and I'm in some of the Facebook groups and all that good stuff, and people want to know where their money's going. I get it. It's going to a good cause. It's going to these young people. It's going in a place that's going to get us where we need to go. If you need particulars, give me a check and I'll give it to you. I promise you. But at the end of the day, if you donate to us, I promise that money will be used for a good cause. We need a better practice facility. We need lights out there. Bragg Stadium is a place that we should play our games and our games only. We shouldn't be practicing in there. We shouldn't be practicing in there. It's a privilege to play in Bragg Stadium. You got to earn the right to walk on that carpet. That practice field ain't out there for no reason. The practice field is just that. That's where you earn your keep. And when you earn your keep, that's when you earn the right to step foot on Bragg Stadium, Ken Riley Field. And if you don't do that, you won't never step on it. Not in that orange and green, because I take pride in that. I earned that. There's a lot of Rattlers earned that. So understand the pride that I have in coming back home. Understand what this means to me. I know that y'all are excited. I know ain't nobody more excited than me, except my wife, because I'm home. I get a chance to not have to drive an hour and a half to get my hair cut every Thursday. I can drive 4 minutes. I don't have to drive an hour and 45 minutes to get to my front door. I can drive 12 minutes. I don't have to drive an hour and 50 minutes to come hang out with my partners sometimes here. I can drive all over Tallahassee. I ain't got to drive an hour and 45 minutes to come see my pastor, because I know he'll come to me. But I can drive 20 minutes to go to church. I'm happy to be home. I'm excited where we're going. I just want to take a quick minute to recognize some of my colleagues that are in the building. Coach Charlie Ward. I wear 17 because of Doug Williams and Charlie Ward. I'm sorry, I wore 17 because of Doug Williams and Charlie Ward. So it's an honor and a privilege to work with you, brother. Coach Shute set the standard for championships. Coach Bill, although new, you're setting the standard, you and your staff. Thank you. Coach Gordon, although new, we're going to get it going. And it started yesterday with that win against Grambling. Coach Rice, national championship golf, setting the standard. Coach Gokhan, what can I say? Set the standard. Coach Barnes, cheerleading, champion. And then my good friend, Coach Nikki Houston, my motorcycle riding partner, championship tennis coach, and a good friend of mine. Coach Williams, looking forward to working with each and every one of you and taking this athletics department where it needs to go with A.D. Davis. And then I look forward to working with Dr. Randolph, our faculty athletic rep, because we got to get this thing going in the right direction from an APR situation. Our young people don't value education as they should. And if they're going to be a FAMU Rattler, they're going to value education as they should. And I'd be remiss before I sit down if it is an honor and a privilege to be standing in between the marching 100s, drum majors. I've never had the opportunity to do that. So I also got to recognize Dr. Shelby Chipley as the incomparable marching 100, a good friend of mine. There's so many people that I see in the audience that are familiar faces. I thank you for being here. I thank you in advance for your support. I thank you in advance for where this thing is going and where you're going to help me take this thing. And I'm sorry, it ain't just me. Where you're going to help us take this program and get us back to. I'm excited. I'm going to get away from here because we got recruits in town and we got to get back to work. So I thank you for being here. I love you. You're going to see the love in how we play football around here. You're going to see the love in how we represent this university in and around the community. So please, please support us. Thank you, and I look forward to bringing the championship back to Tallahassee. And then I gotta Coach Allenwood, I'm sorry, track. Thank you, and I look forward to being home and getting this thing going. Let's go, Ralph.